Have you ever entered a room and felt something before a word was spoken? As if the air itself was alive with presence, a silent tension, or a mysterious peace. There are people who don't speak much, and yet everyone turns when they walk in. And there are others whose words fall flat because their presence is not in harmony. What you're feeling is not charisma, not social skill. It's signal, a frequency, an invisible field that every single soul emits. And whether we realize it or not, you and I are always broadcasting. We tend to think of ourselves as flesh and thoughts, maybe a soul tucked somewhere inside. But in truth, you are more than that. You are a transmitter, a biological, emotional, spiritual tower of signal. From the moment you were born, you began receiving frequencies, emotions, patterns, beliefs, absorbed like sunlight on skin. But here's the truth. Everything you absorbed, you eventually began to emit. Like a signal tower repeating the code of its environment. You became the broadcast. In early childhood, especially from birth to age 7, your brain operated mostly in Theta brainwaves, the frequency of deep hypnosis. A child in those years is like a sponge in water. They absorb not just words, but feelings. Not just discipline, but emotional tone. Not just ideas, but the energy behind them. Imagine a boy born into poverty and chaos. He doesn't just learn lack, he feels it. He absorbs fear in his nervous system. He begins broadcasting a survival frequency before he even understands money. Now imagine a girl born into a household of abundance and emotional security. She is spoken to with encouragement, exposed to opportunity, told she is capable and strong. Without even trying, she radiates confidence. Neither child chose their signal. They simply received and began to echo. Now pause for a moment. Close your eyes if you wish. Think back. Who were you before you had words for who you were? Were you praised for being quiet or shamed for being expressive? Did you feel seen or invisible? Were you taught you could shine or told to dim your light? That was your first signal, and it may still be running in the background today. Because here's the truth, your personality is often just the echo of your early programming. Picture this, a tall glass tower in the middle of a field. Its shape elegant, unique, but the glass is covered in years of dust, fingerprints, pollution, storm marks, bird droppings. Each stain represents an experience, a memory, a belief given to you. Not chosen, given. And now the light that tries to shine through that glass is dim. It's distorted. You can't even see the stars through it anymore. This is how our signal becomes muffled. Our essence becomes buried. But here's the good news. That tower is still yours. And you can clean the glass. Energy doesn't lie. You can hear someone say, "I'm fine," but feel a storm behind their eyes. You can walk by a stranger and somehow feel safer or suddenly anxious. Have you ever felt an unexplained heaviness in a room? Like the air thickened the moment you walked in? Or met someone who didn't speak a word, yet you couldn't look away? Their signal was speaking. Their frequency was felt by your body before your mind interpreted it. This is why people fall in love with presence before personality. It's not about words, it's about energy. Let's go deeper. If you're walking around with an unworthy signal, you attract situations that match unworthiness. If your frequency says, "I must prove myself," you'll magnetize relationships that keep you proving endlessly. Your outer life is often just a mirror of your internal broadcast. And yet, most people never choose their signal. They inherited it. From pain, from fear, from systems, from wounds. But just because you were born into a pattern doesn't mean you have to die in it. So now, I ask you gently, what is your signal right now? Is it a broadcast of doubt? Do you walk through life expecting to be overlooked? Do you smile on the surface but silently compare yourself to others? Do you gossip? Judge others quickly? Feel uneasy when someone else shines? Are you jealous? Anxious? Do you silently hope others fail just to feel less behind? You don't have to answer out loud, but you must answer honestly. Because to change your signal, you must first be brave enough to face the one you're currently sending. Imagine for a moment that your mind is not just a mind, but a receiver, a living, breathing radio tower. It is constantly picking up signals, waves of thought, feeling, and energy, broadcast from within you and all around you. And here's the truth most people never realize. You have the power to choose the signal you are tuned to. When you consciously choose high-frequency signals, you are tuning into the broadcast of love, joy, gratitude, compassion, forgiveness, hope, peace, and creative inspiration. These are not just pleasant emotions. They are vibrational states that rewire the way you experience reality. Now compare this to the low-frequency channel. Fear, anger, jealousy, shame, resentment, anxiety, hopelessness. When you are tuned to these, your world begins to shrink. Colors seem duller, opportunities feel out of reach, and life feels heavy. It's the same as a radio trying to pick up a distant station, distorted, full of static, the music barely coming through. But when you shift the dial of that radio, or in this case, your own inner frequency, when you choose the station of love, of gratitude, of forgiveness, the static clears. Your vision sharpens. Life becomes vivid. People respond to you differently, and synchronicities begin to weave into your days. Because high-frequency signals don't just change how you feel, they change what you attract. They turn your mind into a beacon, broadcasting a signal so clear that it calls in more of what you're tuned to. And the most beautiful part? This isn't a one-time choice. Every thought, every moment, every reaction is an opportunity to adjust your dial. Because we are forever sending and receiving signals. The frequency you emit can only call forth more of the same into your life like a magnet. Fear attracts more fear. Anger draws more reasons to be angry. But love, gratitude, joy, they magnetize more of themselves into your reality. And when you consistently repeat those higher signals, day after day, thought after thought, your desires stop drifting away from you and begin moving toward you, as if the universe itself is delivering them right into your hands. Choose the signal of love. Choose the frequency of joy. Choose the broadcast of gratitude. And watch your life begin to play a different song entirely. Have you ever met someone who radiates, just radiates? They could be in plain clothes, no expensive brands, no loud voice, no need for attention. And yet, they command the space. Why? Because their signal is clear, it's aligned, it's high frequency. You don't have to understand energy to feel it. You don't have to be spiritual to sense truth. Some people simply walk in their light, and their frequency interrupts yours in the best way. So let's get to the heart of it. How do you change your signal? It's not about faking positivity. It's not about pretending life is always good. It's about alignment, truth, intention, and healing. Here's where you start. First of all, clear the static. Let go of thoughts that weigh your frequency down. Catch yourself in judgment. Unlearn inherited shame. Release old guilt. Learn to retrain your eyes. Practice seeing good in everything. in small acts, in strangers, in challenges. Not because everything is perfect, but because your signal shapes what you find. Speak only what uplifts. Words are frequencies. Gossip weakens the signal. Encouragement strengthens it. Every sentence is a spell. Speak wisely. Forgive fully. Even the ones who don't apologize. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve a clean frequency. Smile with your soul. Let joy come from inside. Your body posture, your hygiene, your tone of voice. All of it is signal. Visualize your new broadcast. See yourself as a clean, radiant tower of light, transmitting peace, courage, love, clarity. Daily, you are not what you were told. You are not the insult they shouted. You are not the trauma you endured. You are not even the beliefs you inherited. You are the one transmitting the signal, and signals can be reprogrammed. So instead of echoing the pain of the past, let your soul sing a new broadcast. One of forgiveness, of wholeness, of freedom. The most beautiful people in the world are not the loudest, or the most successful, or the most followed. They are the ones who radiate truth. You feel safer around them, more yourself. They don't need to impress, because their signal does the speaking. And you can be that. You can walk into a room and shift the entire atmosphere. Not by force, not by performance, but by becoming aligned within. So I'll ask you one last time. What is your signal transmitting? And who will you become when you tune it to truth? If this message stirred something in you, if it made you pause, reflect, or even feel a flicker of truth rise inside your chest, that's not by accident. You've felt it because your signal is already shifting, because your soul remembers who you really are. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are not lost. You are a living, breathing signal tower. And the moment you align with love, truth, and intention, the world around you will begin to respond. So, if this video resonated with you, I invite you to go deeper with us. Explore the other videos on this channel. Subscribe if you feel called to keep raising your frequency. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what landed most for you. Share this with someone who might need to hear this signal today. And stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. In our next installments, we'll go even deeper into the quantum layers of frequency, manifestation, healing, and awakening. But for now, take this truth with you. You are not just a receiver. You are a creator. You are not here to echo the past. You are here to broadcast the light. So walk tall, breathe deep, and remember, your energy speaks before you do. So let it speak peace. Let it speak truth. Let it speak love. And I'll see you in the next signal.